Alright, here we are at Sarah's Trap Out. It's March 17th. We got some bees in a stacked stone wall here. They're in the chimney. We think they're in the cinder blocks. Tough one on this one's going to be getting the trap cone sealed off to the rocks. I got Mr. J.M. Blankley here. It's his first trap out, so we're going to get set up here. Try to take a few videos along the way. The bees were very active there just 10-15 minutes ago. I think that was the morning crowd leaving. It's been rainy and cloudy here this morning, so I think they've left for the field. Well, we're going to get started setting up this cone.
What George has come up with is there's the rock he's tapping out is pretty much in our way. It's just way too deep to get any kind of good sealing around, so we've got permission from the homeowner to get that rock out of the way so we can gain better access back in there into the
what J.M. came up with was let George do the hammering.
Mama didn't raise no fool.
Alright, there was a big crack way back in the back. We couldn't really get our hands back in there, so did a little redneck ingenuity thinking here and had an old caulking tube. I cut the end off of it and stuck in there, but we still had a big crack in the back. So we had to figure out a way to seal that up, and the only thing we could come up with, I took some burlap. Since they can't chew through the silicone caulking, we're going to make a silicone patch. Good name for it. We just came up with this. Mr. Blankley is a genius. Redneck genius. We're going to take this on a long little old skinny stick, and since this cloth is saturated with the silicone, there's a flashlight if you want to hold it up in there. I don't know how well it shines up there with the video. We're going to take this long stick and just shove it right back in that hole. Then we can squeeze it a little bit, put a little pressure on it, and the silicone comes out. It would probably work with screen wire also, I don't know. But I think we might have a pretty good seal all around that hole. Now we thought about taking some grape stuff and squirting in there too. We've got to do something on this other side, but we've already seen bees coming in and out of the old caulking tube. Here goes some in now. So there was one or two fanning there a few minutes ago, but I think we're well on the way. There came one out. A lot of foragers coming back with some pollen. They're not sure what's going on.
Okay, we've got that hollow tube in place, and George has sealed up the backside back there as best we can with some great stuff. And they are really using this new tube here hot and heavy. So we're hoping that this got everything sealed off back there. We'll know when we get the trap put on. And they're starting to fan and got their butts up in the air and fanning pretty good there, all the way up through there. So anyway, we'll go ahead and start to put the hive up and the cone on and pick back up here in a few.
Alright, we've got the old caulking tube in place. Great stuff sprayed all around it. A lot of foragers are returning. Sprayed some great stuff in between the rocks. I think we've got it narrowed down to the only entrance they can get in and out of, hopefully, is through the old caulking tube there. We've got a stick sticking up through it because some of the great stuff got in there and the bees were getting stuck. But they're up in there fanning. I stuck some leaves up in the great stuff on the left side of the tube there so they wouldn't get stuck in it so bad. We built us a little makeshift stand here to put our beehive on. Fixing to get it set up. We've got a frame of eggs and brood and bees over in a little 5-frame nuke. Get them out and show you what we got going on there. We're fixing to get this cone put on here and see if we can't get them coming out of it next. Bees are picking up. Activity is really picking up. I think we got all our cracks and holes sealed up. We've made us a extension to go on the end of the caulking tube there that we had. We had to cut the end of the caulk tube off and shoved it up in there, and then the homeowner happened to find a piece of pipe. Wish we'd have had this an hour ago. It'd made our life a whole lot easier. Took the torch and heated up the end of it. Used James's end of his smoker and flared out the end. Cooled it off with some water in the frog pond. Now we're going to try to get this shoved up on the end of the caulking tube and sealed up. But these bees are really going at it, and a lot of foragers coming back. There are a bunch of them loaded with some bright yellow and orange pollen, and I think this trap out will be a go here. They're not going up into the blocks anywhere. You can see some of this great foam where it's worked its way out. Maybe get rid of this. Clean up the homeowner's place here. Don't want to leave a mess. Okay, we've got our piece of pipe in place on the end of our old caulking tube. Bees are coming out. See if I can get you a little closer view of that. Here comes a couple, another couple. So they're still going back in the old hole, fanning at the second entrance that we made. That would be at the end of the old caulking tube. We took a screen cone. It was on plywood to start with. Came back to the back side and put another piece of plywood. It took a hole saw and drilled us a hole at the same size as our PVC pipe that the bees are coming out of. Now we're just going to slip that up on our pipe, and there will be our trap cone. And we're fixing to do that now and see what happens.
Well, so it's about time to put the hive in place and sit back and watch for a little while, make sure they've not found any more entrances. Alright, we've got the hive in place now. Had two medium supers that we're going to place, and George at G3's got a nuke that he brought that's a deep, so we're just going to improvise. And we're going to put that in place here. We've found eggs on this frame here. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up. We'll try our best. Yeah, anyway, you'll have to trust us. There's definitely eggs on there. We found them, and they are starting to go into the new hive now. You can see some of them fanning.
They're all over the rocks.
Yeah, they're all trying to find another entrance there somewheres, but hopefully they won't be successful. They're fanning on this box here, and we've had a few of them witness go in there. So
I don't know if you can see it or not, but they're marching up this wall, marching across the board we had to build. Going in, we did put a little bit of lemongrass oil in there to get them going in. But the trap is going on pretty good, and there's still quite a few bees coming out the pipe that's on the inside of the cone. See if we can get you a little closer up on that. Probably wouldn't hurt to open this cone up a little bit. We do have a lot of bees still up here, and they are fanning. I don't know, we may not have got the original entrance sealed up. We'll have to take a look at this again. What bees are out here on these rocks are marching in. So this trap out seems to be working so far, so good.
oh, this is your video.
I'm eating cookies. Alright, this trap out's it's set. We're winding her down. Things have really settled down here. Boy, we got the smoker going through here. Move it out of the way. But I don't know what's wrong with it. Bees have settled down. There's still a few coming out of the comb. We come up with a grand idea of putting a pipe from the entrance. It's probably a good foot or a little bit better back into the rock wall there to the main entrance, and they're coming out of it through the cone. And I think we've got all the holes plugged up. We don't see them gathering up in the rocks anymore. They're fanning at the entrance and going in. Pollen's going in. I think it's going on. This trap out should be a success. We'll come back in within the week and check to make sure we have queen cells developing. I think we will. So we'll give you an update in about a week. Thanks for watching.